Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods.
AKA two guys, one doggy, one couchy, no Fauci.
Two guys, aka two bros, one Ponyo. Let's hear sniff. You heard that.
Adorable.
Adorable. She's on me because my kids can't watch her. My kids can't watch the dog. I was like, can you please watch the dog because my wife's out at the store? Nope, can't do it. We cannot do it because I took a shower to put these clothes on and literally my daughter who was supposed to watch it, watch the dog, was like, I got to wash my hands. I got to wash this dog smell off of it. And the dog peed on the floor. All right. So we've got the dog here. I apologize if that's distracting anyway, but let me read this one. Heading into the holiday season, I can see no better reason to listen to Sklar Country Virus Edition. If we all work together, we can make it a tradition. Sarah Dunn.
Saradan.
Saradan. And some like to drown brews and weep heaps, but I prefer those Jews and some sweet treats along with their views and the cheap seats. That is Huddletron, a.k.a. Old Zealand, a.k.a. the a.k.a. guy, a.k.a. Mike Huddleston. Guys, with dog in hand at the microphone stand, ayo, homeboy, what you drinking, man? Shall we jump into it?
Let's jump into it and we'll tell you about all the things you can check us out on, including a bumping up of our next stereo date.
Yes, we were going to do the stereo thing. You got to get the stereo app because we were going to do the stereo
conversation with Dan Van Kirk.
Tuesday, December 15th. It was such a success. We talked to the people at Stereo. They're like, would you guys do it this Tuesday? So we're going to do it on the 8th at noon.
That's
stereo.
Tomorrow.
Stereo conversation. That's tomorrow. So get the free Stereo app. Follow me, follow Jason, follow Daniel Van Kirk. We're going to do a conversation at noon. You guys can leave voicemails. It's so easy. And we'll listen to your voicemails and respond right back to it in real time. It's like a radio show.
Yeah.
We listen to voicemails. It's so much fun. It's different than anything we do, but it still has that dumb people town flavor.
Totally. It's really, really fun.
All right, guys, speaking of dumb things that have happened, I'm sure you all read about that giant monolith.
I read about it.
In Utah. It could not have been more of a 2001 Space Odyssey jam.
Experience. Yeah.
Giant metal monolith.
I
You're
was
like,
half expecting to see like a tribe of monkeys like doing a TikTok dance to it.
because of it. Like they were learning how to Charlie D'Amelio the thing just because of that.
And then it was like a silver column, and then it mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah, it just split. That was so weird.
And then it moved across the world.
It left its location. By the way, super heavy. How did it get up there? There's so many. There are so many crop circle like questions surrounding this
I was
thing.
like, Banksy.
It is quite an accomplishment when you think about it. First of all, it's been there for a long time apparently.
A couple years, right?
And no one has found it since.
It's very odd.
Oh,
It's inspiring
so cool.
other monoliths to pop up around the world.
I know.
And by great monoliths around the world, we mean giant penis rocks in Germany.
Here we go. German police have opened an investigation into the disappearance of a large wooden sculpture and phallus. It is like a phallus from a mountainside where it appeared without explanation several years ago. I think the mountain might have gotten excited.
Well, it feels like it could be a prop in an experimental German film that just got left up there.
Or part of the set from an X-rated Sound of Music.
Von Trapp that ass.
Oh, Von Trapp that ass.
Or it's the beginning of a new Neil Young song.
Oh, to live on Penis Mountain with the humpers and the colored balloons. You can be horny on Penis Mountain. We did better at the end.
Yeah, we kind of didn't know what we were doing at the beginning.
Like much of what we do. Mm-hmm. So 2 meters tall, 7-foot sculpture.
Wow. So shower, not a grower. We know that much about
Already we understand that.
It appeared to be have been chopped down. Over the
Cut
weekend.
down at the balls.
Alguer Zeitung reporting on Monday, leaving behind only a pile of sawdust on the 1,738 meter high Grunten Mountain
5,702 feet, just for anybody who's keeping track.
in southern Bavaria, 140 kilometers southwest of Munich. So I've been to Munich.
Yeah.
Munich is where they shot most of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Maybe
Yes.
this is a remnant from that film.
Never
we don't know.
My number one suspect at removing this penis, Lorena Bobbitt.
Possibly. Number two, Caitlyn Jenner.
Boo,
Maybe.
yes. Both very good at doing that.
The homage to male genitalia has gained celebrity status in recent years as a destination for hikers.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to hike to the giant dick in the sky?
And apparently on Google Maps, it appeared and was classified as a cultural monument.
Just like Milton Berle.
When was it erected? Was my question.
Milton Berle.
No.
I think it was erected in the 1920s.
20s. Local lore has it that it was made as a prank birthday present for a young man whose family didn't appreciate the gift.
So
The 440-pound sculpture was hauled up the mountain and left there.
Happy no birthday, no to you.
No. Let us know if it fits.
Just, I know you didn't. It wasn't on your list, but
If it doesn't, there's a gift receipt in there. You just have to return it to the mountains where we got it, okay? You can exchange it for a smaller penis monolith and some store credit if you want.
Only mountain credit. You
only
can't get
mountain
all the
credit.
cash back.
In recent weeks, the sculpture has enjoyed mixed fortunes, being knocked down and put up again, but also having a beer dedicated to it by the local brewery.
What was it?
A tangy, natural red beer.
Pretty stiff for a beer, folks.
Nice head.
And folks. The German news agency DPA reported that the police in the Bavarian town of Kempten.
I've stayed at a Kempten
I love
hotel.
a good Kempten hotel.
I've stayed at a good Kempten.
Are investigating the disappearance, although it wasn't clear whether a crime had been committed.
Still a dick move.
Still a dick move.
If you ask me, I think we can all get
And folks.
The owner of the sculpture is unknown. Mother Nature?
Larry Flint.
One of the two.
Yeah. Aren't they the same at this point?
They're kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
Larry Flint is Mother
He's kind
Nature.
of he's dissolved
He's basically kind of become Mother Nature.
he's dissolved his sexuality in a way that
Yeah.
like he doesn't use any pronouns. It's like not even they them. He's like we.
It's been a rough few days for the unorthodox mystery monuments. The 3.5 meter, 11-foot stainless steel monolith in the Utah desert that garnered so much attention since its discovery a fortnight ago as we
Also
mentioned.
disappeared. We mentioned.
Can we blame David Blaine for this?
I'm gonna go ahead and blame him for it.
That's a guy who I have to say.
Or Copperfield.
But David Blaine is someone, has he ever done magic? Sitting on ice is not magic.
It's not, but it is nuts.
It is
Don't
kinda
we know
nuts and
people
cool.
who know David Blaine?
Probably, and yes,
Nuts.
it's impressive. The San Juan County Sheriff's Office said it did not have the resources to devote much time and energy to investigating who took the object away, which was illegal to begin with. Translation, too much paperwork.
Can we, by the way, because we did mention it could have been a Copperfield thing, can we blame David Copperfield for making the Twin Towers disappear as putting the idea in Al Qaeda's mind?
Maybe. But he didn't make. He made the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, that's
disappear.
right.
Is it a missing kid?
Yeah.
Like, why are we treating it like that? I kind of agree with the cops. Like, it's gone. It's a mystery.
It was fun.
We haven't had a mystery.
Can
in
we
our
have
lives.
just a good mystery? It's kind of a
did
good
it,
idea.
Did it come from someone's property? No.
I don't know.
I mean, unless someone stands forward and says, I made that, I put that there, I declare it missing.
But clearly, whoever made it isn't going to claim it.
If you leave your wallet on a mountain or out in the middle of Utah, someone takes it, it's gone.
Right. You just have to say, time to get new credit cards.
Okay. Or, and this is the other side of it, I think this is a moment for UFO enthusiasts.
Step up.
This is your moment.
This is it, man.
Come out. This
Step
is your
your
proof.
game up.
Start probing.
This is or be probed.
Get probed out there.
Start probing or be probed.
Hundreds traveled to find the monolith, which was spotted on a 18th of November by a state helicopter crew helping wildlife biologists count bighorn sheep. And
Yeah, they found the biggest horn of all.
they did an alien monolith. Yeah, I think the alien people need to step up and actually make this.
Where
a
are
thing.
you, aliens?
Alien, where are you at?
Where you at, aliens?
Utah officials did not say specifically where the monolith was located, but people soon found it through satellite images dating back to 2016 and determined its GPS coordinates. If only people could put that much energy and attention into wearing masks.
Yeah. Or keep following regulations.
The cops are probably like, great, you found it.
super.
Good for you.
This isn't going to create a bunch of new problems for us right now.
And now it's gone?
Yeah.
That's my thing. $50 says it ends up at Matt McConaughey's house.
On its side with a bunch of bongos just laid out on it.
Yep. Anyone else, by the way, think this could have been a publicity stunt for Viagra?
Yeah. By
About
the way,
4 years ago?
if the monolith lingers for more than 4 days, you got to call your
You
doctor.
do have to call your doctor.
And folks.
Or a monument to that internet meme of the guy sitting naked on the end of the bed.
Dude,
guy,
this could be.
that guy deserves a monument.
May he rest in peace.
It's the biggest monument I've ever seen.
Like the Silver Monument in Utah, sadly gone too soon.
Disappeared.
Gone-
Disappeared. And
this
we're like,
guy
and we're
gone-
saying, where is he?
Gone too soon.
Where is he?
And that is our first story down in the books. Little Panos right here. sniffing it out.
Good girl.
And we'll be right back with another story about a man who his anti-LGBT views
Came back to bite him in the ass and he
bite
might
him
be
in the
into that.
naked ass as he was fleeing
A
25
25-man naked orgy.
There you go.
Let's
we'll be
get
right
into it in a
back
sec.
right after this.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We're going to tell you right now on the 12th, we're going to go all the way through the weekend. So this is Wednesday. We're recording on this Wednesday. We're
There
a
have
few
been
days ahead.
500 tickets sold right now as we speak. So I'm telling you,
And they're going up about 15, 20 a day. And
it is going to, I don't know how many more we're going to add or if we're going to be able to add them. Get them now. There's only Ticket Plus and couples tickets left and some group tickets left. That is it.
Get on it.
VIPs are gone. The pre-show hang, there's still maybe 18
And
left.
what we might do in the pre-show hang, we're talking about this with Daniel Van Kirk, and we'll let you guys know, is we may do just another weird story in the pre-show hang and have it be like a show before the show.
like a live with an
Patreon.
audience Patreon. That could be really fun too. So we might start doing that. Check it out. Get those tickets. Do it right now. We're going to be selling posters and T-shirts for charity. Dollop People Town. It's Dave Anthony and Gareth Reynolds of the Dollop Podcast, plus music by the great Mac Lethal.
Ooh.
Check out Mac Lethal before you do that. Panya's going to check her out. Check him out. Let's jump into this right now.
okay. That is on the 12th of December, by the way.
6:30 West Coast time, 9:30 Eastern.
So that would be this Saturday night.
this Saturday night.
All right. My first question
Oh,
about
yeah, and also yes,
yeah.
we said please get for the stereo app. which
stereo,
we're gonna do
that's tomorrow.
At
And then
noon.
follow us on YouTube. We're at Sklar Country, and follow us on Facebook.
We're the Sklar Brothers.
And we're
Just like us. Okay.
pumping up some content. All right. So my first question for people who spend their lives trying to fight against the rights of gay people is this.
How do you have the time?
I'm almost impressed that you have so much
do you
free
see
time.
what I'm dealing with right now? Like I couldn't even take a shower without the dog peeing on the rug, and then I have to bring the dog here at work.
So there's no way you could spend hours in your day shitting on gay people who are just trying to live their lives in a normal way.
They don't care about you.
Your
at
own
all.
dumb life isn't enough
Yeah,
for you. That's not filling it. That's the
to me,
sad
that's
truth.
hubris. That's angry, terrible hubris.
And obviously, okay, it's bad when it's just dumb like protesters, but it's worse when it's politicians who can affect policy and
that can actually affect people's lives.
And they're the ones who are coming out against LGBT. So,
if someone else is gay, who cares?
like, do you care? I'm going to ask you this, okay? You care so deeply. You say it's destroying the sanctity of marriage that gay people are allowed to get married. Does it bother you that someone's in their house late at night on their computer or whatever their device is while their partner is asleep, like looking at weird porn where people get slapped around?
Do you care if people are into hetero swinger parties? That's a thing. We talked about it on this
Hetero
show.
swinger parties are more of an assault on the sanctity of marriage than a gay marriage.
But
isn't
you're
it?
okay with that because it's a man and a woman.
That's our first question. So how do you have such time to give a shit about someone
that's
else who doesn't even know that you exist?
Right.
Second question is, what are you hiding?
That's right. Because usually the people who chirp the loudest are the ones who are trying to cover up something in their own lives
That they themselves don't approve of.
and maybe you shouldn't have shame about that in your own life.
Oftentimes it's the same thing they're railing against.
Yeah, let's get into it, okay?
All right, this is a crazy story from Hungary. It's from Hungary, but the dude in the story is pretty thirsty.
Heyo.
A member of the European Parliament representing Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban's Fidesz party
Oh.
has
Ain't no party like a Fidesz party because the Fidesz party's on time.
has resigned from his position in Brussels after he was caught leaving what reports describe as a 25-man orgy on Friday.
On Friday, by the way, guys, we don't need
On
to be
Shabbat.
Yeah, we don't
How
need
dare you.
We don't need to be having COVID.
Well, let's put COVID aside, okay? Although it is pretty hard.
It is hard to do that.
It is pretty hard. That's what he said.
That's right.
Because at this point, a 25-man orgy,
Yeah.
like many buttholes at this event,
Is the definition of a super spreader.
It is a
Let's
super
be
spreader.
honest.
Joseph Sager.
I'm assuming no one was wearing masks, or maybe they were all wearing masks, but nothing was covering their mouth and face.
Joseph Sager resigned on Sunday after he admitted to breaching Belgium's strict lockdown rules to attend a sex party.
Yep.
Unless he has a different version of definition of the word lockdown.
Yeah, if his lockdown comes with a safe word, then okay.
Maybe he does. The police found 25 naked men at the gathering, including Sager and some diplomats.
Uh-huh.
The Belgian newspaper
Seizure and some diplomats to me.
25 Naked Men in Belgium sounds like a line from a December song.
Or
Seizure and some diplomats.
Seizure and some diplomats could be, to me, sounds like a song, the track that never made it onto Steely Dan's Pretzel Logic.
Yes. The newspaper quoted a local police source as saying, "We interrupted a gangbang." You know the cop who said that was like, "Make sure you get that in."
Gangbang.
Orban's Hungarian government has curtailed LGBTQ rights
What a
since
jerk.
he was elected prime
Who
minister
cares?
in 2010.
Why does this?
Wait, but that would be bad for Seizure because he's clearly gay.
Yeah.
Seizure, who fronted Fidesz in the European Parliament, helped rewrite Hungary's constitution to protect, quote, the institution of marriage as the union of a man and a woman.
That's right.
However, orgies must be strictly male.
Yeah,
and I think he did,
and preferably over 24 people.
according to the Hungarian right.
A double dozen, if you will.
Right, double deuce. A dozen and a baker's dozen.
That's right.
Only if that baker is a man.
Yep.
Seizure, a right-wing politician and ally of Orban, climbed out of the first-floor window. That's my favorite Melissa Etheridge song.
That is the companion song.
Climb out of my window, go outside and flee by the light of the moon. Climb out my window. Oh, she's gay. You can't listen to it. You only climb out of a window, by the way, when you are out of options.
That's right.
When you're done. That's
The
a classic
window-
desperation move.
Dude, listen to the Allman Brothers, One Way Out. One way out, babe.
Yeah.
And I just can't go out that door.
He was spotted fleeing along the gutter, which, I guess is symbolic in his mind.
Maybe.
And we can't stress enough only in his mind.
Right, because hey, by the way, I'm going to say this
I'm
about
open to
Seijin.
it. If you're
good
gay,
for you.
good.
Good for you, but not now during COVID. That's
Yeah.
where I have a problem.
Right. If he was open about his sexuality, then fine. We have your orgy. But obviously, again, don't do it now.
Yeah, go to Burning Man.
Go to the
when
Burning
we
Man.
can again.
Go to Brussels, the Brussels branch of Burning Man.
Brussels branch.
The public prosecutor's office said a source close to the investigation told Politico that officers were called after a complaint about a nighttime disturbance.
Yeah.
What was the disturbance? The sound of beeping that accompanies backtracking by homophobic politicians when they decide to indulge their gay desires?
I think it may have
was
been
that
Jay.
the noise you
I
heard?
think that was the beeping we heard.
Or was it just a lot of club music?
Probably a
little bit of both.
Yeah.
Authorities said narcotics were found in Seizur's bag.
Okay.
Seizure insisted that he had not taken drugs.
Yeah. I just had him in my bag, guys.
You've got to believe me. I was only climbing out a window down through a gutter and I have bloody hands. Why wouldn't you
to
believe me?
escape a party. Those drugs I wasn't using them.
As far as sources go, it doesn't.
By the way, if he had drugs in his bag and he wasn't using them, shame on him. You're
Yes.
not partying the right way.
The public
He
prosecutor.
should be fined for that.
A passerby reported to the police that he had seen a man fleeing along the gutter, and he was able to identify the man. That's kind of awesome. Like, hey, I know you.
I know this guy is
You're the
fleeing along
homophobe.
the guy with the bloody hands.
Yeah, who's
the
naked.
man with the bloody,
Bloody hands.
hands. Also, another one of my favorite Jim Belushi movies.
That's right. Is it possible that he may have been injured while he was fleeing?
Or maybe
That's
dude. If that's what turns you on,
Bloody
it
up
is-
my hands first. I can't
flee
get off.
out a first story window.
It doesn't
bloody.
turn me on until I'm bleeding from the hands.
Then I feel bad for you because you have a lot to do to get yourself going.
That's a lot of masturbating if you're doing it so much you're
Bloody
bleeding
on
from
my
your
hands.
hands. Narcotics, again, found in his backpack.
blisters on my fingers.
Narcotics found in his bag. Again, not his.
Yeah, he had no idea how they got there or how he got there.
That's the same excuse for the 25-man gay orgy he was fleeing
He had
from.
no idea how he got
I don't
there.
know how I got there. I
Or
don't know how
they
they
got
got
there.
there. The man was unable to produce any identity documents. He was naked.
Someone may have replaced his identification documents with the drugs that don't belong to him, Jay. I'm just offering that
Spitfiring,
up.
that could have been it. He's the victim, right?
Totally.
That's
Don't
the
you
deal.
see
He's
that?
He was escorted, which I'm sure he loves.
Loves,
a male
loves a good escort.
a
Loves
good
a
male
good
escort
male escort, and that's
to his
fine.
place of
By the way,
residence.
again, I can't tell you how much we're fine with you if that's what it is that you.
But not
enjoy.
again, not during COVID. But totally fine if that's your lifestyle. But the fact that your public persona is all about squelching that and making people feel bad about
That's
that,
even worse.
You're a horrible person.
That's right.
He identified himself as.
So why do you think he does that? Because power to him is more important than him being who he really is.
I'm assuming that in Hungary there's a pretty strong religious
anti-gay
sentiment in
it's
the
not
in the
cool
country.
to be gay in Hungary.
And he was like, "Well, I'm going to go with quote unquote political power, and
Right.
if that means putting people down, that's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to have to step on people who, like myself, have had to keep it quiet for a long period of time.
So, where he identified himself as SJ 1961. So he's
What is he? SJ 1961. What is he? Elon Musk's kid?
Folks, by means of a diplomatic passport, a passport he will never be able to use again.
One last time for old time's sake.
Seizure on Tuesday said he was present at a private party and apologized. Why would you need to apologize for being
a
at a
private
private
party?
Unless you're apologizing for a meeting during COVID times.
In that case, and potentially super spreading COVID-19, then
the
that's a bad
disease.
thing.
Yes.
Then you should be apologizing.
After-
If that's what you're apologizing for, but I'm telling you, Jay,
Yeah.
he's apologizing
for being gay.
right. And
After
you don't have to do that.
After the police asked for my identity, since I did not have ID on me, I declared that I was MEP. MEP. What does MEP stand for?
You don't memorized by every penis
Mesmerized by every penis?
and memorized.
The police continued memorized every penis.
Yes,
I think is
memorized
what
every
it is.
penis, yeah.
Or mesmerized by
every penis, but
there
that would be a B in there, yeah.
The police continued the process and finally issued an official verbal warning and transported me home. Why? Who is he telling this to? Who cares?
Yeah.
You're a dummy. And you're also incredibly repressed, and you're doing bad things in public to your own people.
So he did say, I deeply regret violating COVID restrictions. It was irresponsible on my part. I'm ready to stand for the fine that occurs.
What else you ready to stand for? That's what I want to
You
know.
ready to stand for gay rights?
You
should be.
hypocrite.
You should be.
He announced his resignation as an MEP. Memorized every penis.
Yeah.
And asked people to treat the matter as strictly personal to him. Yeah, this is a personal matter.
Yeah.
His business, not anyone else's.
The type of matter that you wouldn't fight against in the government.
I ask everyone not to extend it to my homeland or to my political community. He added, yes, the last thing we want is for the political community to judge this personal matter. Your gay lifestyle should be your own business.
And not just a gay lifestyle, a big gay lifestyle.
A 25-person male orgy, big time musical version of a gay lifestyle.
Which once again,
blowing it out.
Which once again, we cannot stress in any other time
Outside of pandemic times, couldn't be cooler with it.
Totally cool with that.
As long as everyone's a consulting adult, have
Consenting adult.
Consenting adult, have fun. Who cares?
As
I don't
long as
care.
everyone's a memorizing adult, have fun.
But wait, before you got caught, you were using your political power to try and pry into other people's personal matters. So why shouldn't we be able to pry into your personal matters?
And the very policies that you espoused
Would
have
ruin
ruined
your own life.
I know.
Man, you got yourself into a pickle here.
Your hands are bloody on this one and you're in the gutter.
Squeeze the pickle. Do with the pickle whatever you want.
It's your pickle, and we're not telling you what to do with it or what not to do with it.
By the way, I do need to say this. This detail is amazing. The 25-person gay orgy party was only a few yards from Brussels Central Police Station.
How dumb can you be?
The hubris of that.
You want to get caught at that point.
At
That's
that point,
part
it's
of
just
it.
like, please catch me.
Please.
The politician apologized to his family,
got a
colleagues,
family.
and voters and asked them to evaluate my misstep on the background of 30 years of devotion and hard work.
Again, if this is the COVID misstep that you're talking about, fine.
I want to evaluate your quote unquote misstep in the context of your work.
Rest assured.
Because
we will
your
do that.
work, your life's work for the past recent years has been to squelch the gay lifestyle.
That's right.
So I'm going to judge you.
You're
living
a
the gay
founding
lifestyle.
member of Hungary's ruling Fidesz party led by nationalist Prime Minister Viktor Orban, also one of the co-authors of the country's controversial constitution in 2010 that defined marriage as solely being between a man and a woman. Marriage is between a man and a woman. Sex is strictly between 25 men, I guess.
It's an amendment, I think, to that
Maybe.
constitution. Recently, Fidesz has expressed anti-gay views and has voiced strong opposition to the worldwide rights for women, girls, and LGBTQ people. Well, he sounds like a great guy. Let's just give him a pass.
Aren't you proud to be a part of that party? We wouldn't want to disrupt anything that you had built up in regards to that party.
Maybe he's trying to get thrown into prison.
Yeah.
Where a 25-man orgy is common there.
Call that the break room.
And it's the showers, and you can argue that, hey, I didn't enjoy it. You can tell the world you didn't enjoy it, but that's why you're there. He was the head of the Fidesz delegation in the European Parliament and sat on the Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee. So this isn't just some minor local politician. This is a guy who affects policy, who represents the country.
Someone with political clout.
So he's happy, I guess, that he's been exposed for being a hypocrite.
So now he has to reverse his rhetoric, in my opinion.
Or make it okay for gay marriage. Do a 180. Turn around.
Like with sex, do a 180.
Turn around politically and face the other direction and take what's coming to you. That's what you need to do.
And then only will the healing begin at that point.
Yeah. And by his community, I mean the gay community.
That's right.
Like, this is it. we step to you, you horrible person.
This is your time to actually make good on everything. And you have one way out of this whole thing, and that is to condemn the behavior of people who
Condemn your own behavior.
That's right.
And say, this is who I am. And say, look, this is what the world is all about. And I feel ashamed of who I was, but now I'm going to be who I am. And I think everyone should be allowed to be who they are. And if you could be a beacon, that's the only chance you got.
To me, that is your pathway forward in life. And if you don't agree with
To me, that is the pathway to many more 25-man orgies.
there you go. You can have them all you want once we get a vaccine. Right, Ponyo?
Good girl.
All right, guys, that is a show. That is how we do. Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. Get your tickets, eventbrite.com, Live Dumb People Town. It's going to sell out
Yes.
if it hasn't already sold out.
Yes.
We love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.